Shana Tova, my friends. We've come now to the final chapter of our Erev Rosh Hashanah time together, which is the sermon. So, here we are again, together again in our little boxes. Who would have thought? Not me, certainly. Probably not you either. Last year, on Erev Rosh Hashanah, I offered you a few pandemic haikus. They still ring true for me. Unprecedented. Stuck at home is not so bad if internet works. Yes, it's frustrating. We're doing the best we can. Be kind to yourself. The high holidays are a time for reflection, a time for soul searching, a time that we're called to be brutally honest with ourselves. Usually that takes the form of searching our past deeds, looking for where we've fallen short, vowing to do better. But here in our 18th month of pandemic, I think we need to flip that model. Not to say that I, and probably all of you, couldn't find times when we've missed the mark, or that we couldn't benefit from an honest evaluation and a renewed attempt to improve. But this year, the call for teshuvah, not just repentance, but more accurately, return, lands in a very different way. Is there anyone who does not desperately long for a return to our pre-pandemic world? To socializing with friends, gathering together to sing and pray, even standing in line without a sense of anxiety? I doubt it. And while it's true there have been some silver linings, or as my friend Cantor Ellen Dreskin calls them, silver learnings, we are so ready for this to be over. And we know that goal is far, far in the future, if ever. So this year, a big part of the work of the holidays is already done. Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur are structured to make us aware of our failings, to bring us to the point where we can honestly admit that we're broken and need to make change in order to move forward into a new year. This year, we know at the outset, we are broken. Whether from illness, our own or that of a loved one, or from loss of so many things. People, activities, routines, a sense of certainty about our world and our lives. We've been thrown into a maelstrom. And the fact that we're here at all testifies to our strength, our resilience, our determination. But we are broken. We are tired. We're surrounded by bad news on all sides, and it feels like this is a burden we will never be able to put down. And nothing like this has ever happened before. We're wrong, of course, about so many of those things. There have been plenty of times in history when life felt bleak. And if you're like me, there's this nagging little voice regularly reminding you of that. That isn't the point. I'm not advocating for a stiff upper lip, soldier on, it could be worse frame of mind. We've been doing that. I think it's time to be able to say honestly, we are not okay. We're making it through each day. We're making plans for the future. We're finding things to look forward to. But as this new year dawns, we are all deeply in need of healing. That's a hard thing to admit, especially because there are people who depend upon us, people that we need to stay strong and carry on for. But we ignore this reality at our peril, whether physically, mentally, emotionally, or a combination of all three, we have suffered in this pandemic. And we need healing in order to be our best selves in 5782. I believe the universe can send us what we need if we're open and paying attention. A week ago, the universe, and Sheila, sent me a new healing song from Michael Oakes. I invite you now, turn off your camera. Or if that's too hard, just step away from it. Maybe grab a Kleenex and simply receive. Refuah Shalema, healing and a return to wholeness. May we all be blessed as we begin the new year. Do you ever feel so fragile, like a sparrow against the wind, like the world is on your shoulders, like a stranger in your skin? Healing of the body and a healing of the heart, healing of the spirit and the broken parts, healing of the body, grant us healing of the soul, healing of the spirit, may we soon be whole. Refuah, 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 shlema, refuah, 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 shlema. When the world is dark and troubled, when the shadows conceal the sun, and when neighbors become strangers, then from where will our help come? Healing of the body and the healing of the heart, healing of the spirit and the broken parts, healing of the body, grant us healing of the soul, healing of the spirit, may we soon be whole. Refuah, 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 shlema, refuah, 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 shlema, healing of the nation from sea to shining sea. May we be the change that we want to see. Healing of the ocean, the rivers and the streams, mountains and the valley and the air we breathe. Refuah, 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 shlema, refuah, 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 shlema. Amen. L'Shana Tova, my friends. May 5782 bring you healing and light and blessing. Wishes for a sweet new year, and good night.